Hello everyone, this is Christy with BreederZoo, and today we're going to go over dogs. We'll probably be dividing this video into a few different sections, otherwise it's going to be incredibly long. Dogs and litters is probably the biggest section in the program, so we will start with dog details. So first we're going to start here on the left, and you have different choices of sorting. You can have all of your dams displayed, all sires, active dams, all dogs, and retired. So all of that is displayed here on the left. You can search as well, just enter part of the name in. I find that less is more, so like for this dog I'm going to pull up Riley. So I'm just going to enter that part of the name, and then there it pulls it up for you. So we're going to go ahead and enter a dog. We'll start by hovering over the green plus sign and clicking it. And I went over this briefly in one of the other videos earlier, but I will go down a little more thoroughly this time. So you enter the dog's registered name. So we're going to do great. Oops. Kennel Mia. Okay, so we're going to save a little female in there. And if you have the call name, if it's the same, you can put it in. If there's any title, put that there. The breed, you have to put gender. This spot over here is important. This is where you're going to display the status. So if this is an active dam, an active sire, retired, or deceased. So I'm putting active dam. We're going to go ahead and give her a birth date. And you can enter some random numbers for a microchip number. Any type of registration number in there is fine. You can enter up to 2. A color, we're going to make this a black dog. If you have any color genetics in there, you need to add their dam and sire. I haven't assigned one for this dog yet, so we will go ahead and do that right now. I will put that one as the sire, and let's go ahead and do that as the female. You also can include the breeder and the owner. If it is owned by you, you want to click this X right here. And what that does is when you are searching for your dogs, all of the dogs that are personally in your program at the time that you own are going to display at the top. So this is Mia, and now she is at the top. So you could, that way it's just easier to search your dogs. It's not something you have to do, but it is there for you if you'd like. Another thing to note is you can always edit your library, and that is what we talked about. That's your drop-down menus. So you can click here if you ever need to add something like a size or a color or anything like that. You can, whenever you see the edit library button, that's where you can edit that information. Now we're going to go over the tabs here on the right. We'll start with photos. Let's pull up one of the ones I think has a picture in it. Okay, there we go. So all you do is drag and drop it, just the same as we did in contacts. Whenever you see these boxes, that's where you can drag and drop information. For here, it is photos, and other areas of the program, it is a PDF or a JPEG. You can put up to 2 pictures in this section. This is also the area where we put the location. Again, we talked about this in the contacts area. Adding the location of the dog is a really good idea for your personal breeding dogs. Obviously, dogs you don't own or are just in the pedigrees, and that's why they are listed in your dog details as one of the dogs in your database is different from dogs that you own. So you can put the location. We use the Guardian program. Others may cone a dog, or it lives at home with them, or it has been leased out, it is in a kennel. And if it is in a kennel, this will change, so you can put the pen number in there and then add any additional notes you'd like to put in there. So once you've done that, you can add the client. We have this fellow here is attached to this particular dog. So if I were to go back into contacts under location report, it would show that if I clicked on home that Fred Jones was connected to Life of Riley. You can also add, drag and drop contact in this area. If you had a contract with that individual, it can go in there. You can view it. For the Guardian program, a lot of people like to put a picture of the family with the dog. So location picture could be of the kennel, of the Guardian family, what have you. The next section is dog finance, but we are going to hold off on that right now, and we will visit that when we do the video for finance in a whole. And in note stock storage, it's really similar to contacts. We have these areas where you can drag and drop documents. So just like in other places in the program, you can drag and drop a document. This is a document that just says important document, but any PDF, you can actually put a JPEG in there as well. So you could actually store more pictures on the dog that way, being that the photos area only allows you to store 2. So that is kind of a workaround. Also put notes about the dog. And when you have documents in here, you can select those and email those, print PDF, however you want to do it. Next is dog reports. How we've designed the reports throughout BreederZoo is we try to keep things close to where you're going to use them. And what I mean by that is if you're in dogs, the dog reports are going to be in dogs. If you are doing something in litters, the reports are going to be in litters, and same with puppies and same with contacts. So we don't have a general place where all the types of different reports and contract stuff are in just one section. We've tried to save you time by putting it where you're working. So if you're ever looking for a specific report, always go to the area of the program you're working in. So if you're looking for a report that has to do with puppies, well, you're going to go to puppies to find that report. So in dogs, we just have 2 fairly basic reports. We have the dog index card, which holds quite a bit of information. And I'll show you an example right here. Since we do have a picture, I'll display the picture. All the information you have input will show up. So the color, genetics, size, weight, sire, registration numbers. And if you had entered all the health testing in a different area of the program that we will go over, all that information will show here. You can print that up, put it as part of the kennel card. We use them for our binders for each breeding dog. I print this up and put it in the front of each binder. And again, it'll put your small logo there at the top as well. Print other contract is a great way to create a dog contract that is specific. You can pretty much make it anything you want. So I will pull it up right here, and there's our contract terms, and that's the one I'm using. I mean, you can choose with whatever contract you want. So it's kind of a way for you to make any report you want. And let's say we're going to send it to this individual. Maybe they purchased the dog. Actually, we assigned this guy here to purchase the dog. So we are going to give it to him. And you'll notice how your logo is going to be at the top. Great Kennel that is the breeder's name. So this would basically be all of your information, the buyer's name, the dog information, how much the animal was sold for, and then all your contract agreement. So that's why when we went over very briefly the contract area, you don't want to put all of the buyer and seller information in the contract itself, because that will self-generate for you. It saves you a ton of time. I am going to do a tutorial on contracts by themselves, and I will go over how you can customize the contracts even further than what is displayed here. So I'm going to pull this up one more time, and we did Fred Jones. And so right now I have it set just as contract, but there is an area in the program and customize where we can change all this. I can make this a lease agreement. We can make it sale of a breeding dog. You can change all of these headings right here, but we will go over that at a later time. Well, like I said earlier, dogs is going to take several videos to get through. Hope you enjoyed today's video on dog details and all the tabs that go with that. Next time we'll go over the health and medical section. So I hope all of you enjoyed this video, and see you next time.